It looks like we have a nice intimate crowd tonight. What?
It's never too early, bro.
So we're going to be doing some breathing to start the share. I don't think anybody here needs the intro. We're all regulars here. So no need to tell you about phones or respecting the space.
It's open.
But I will add, being that we're a group, that we're all at this table, we're not resisting, I think we have a big opportunity tonight. Because I believe if everybody in a circle is vibrating at the same frequency, I think we have a special power. And I'm not just saying that, I really believe that. So we have the opportunity to come together tonight and vibrate and give blessings to the world.
Exactly, and let's go forever.
We have more. Pour it up, fill it up. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. There you go. Make the kiddush. Let's go. So I encourage everybody at this table to fill up a l'chaim. Robert's going to be here soon, so I'm already including him in this l'chaim. And the opportunity tonight is, if you tune into yourself, past the nervous laugh, and you just breathed, and you got into meditation, I promise you, if everybody does it, we will feel crazy electricity. So let's try it out. Meaning, we're all in. Let's go. So what we're going to do to start off this evening is we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe in and out through our mouth. It's a circular breath. It's in, out, in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, in, and out. And as you're breathing into your body, you're allowing your breath to have a full breath all the way down to your stomach, just breathing in through your mouth. And as you breathe in, your body expands, opens up. We're creating a vessel. So imagine that we're creating a vessel tonight. We're creating a physical vessel in our bodies. But together, more than 1 million of men at this table. There's a lot going on in the world today. And maybe tonight we have the power to create miracles. Imagine that young man in Iran, like you can't even imagine it. Imagine your brother, which he is about to be killed. It's not just that they found him dead. He's alive right now. Imagine what that feels like. You know your brother's alive, but he's sentenced to death. That's scary. And what my brother's feeling in Iran. And I think it's all of our duties to start feeling deeper. Start really breathing into ourselves deeper. Because the only way we're going to get out of this gullus is we have to breathe. We're closing our eyes, breathing in, breathing out through our mouth. Everybody just breathing in and out. Just put your hands at your side. Come on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Through your mouth. It's an active inhale. And we start feeling what exile feels like. And the Rebbe said, if you have a minion of men that want Mashiach, that want to get out of this darkness, you can make it happen. Maybe, just maybe, if we start feeling into ourselves a little bit more, and therefore we change ourselves, we find our true selves. We're not afraid of the darkness. As you're coming up, you start feeling powerful. You start feeling a lot of strength that you could take on. You could take on the world. You could face the darkness. And maybe when we start rejoicing with our power, maybe we can overcome the evil. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, sitting in our seats. Breathing in. And coming to a place of peace. Coming to a place of peace in your body. Just relaxing your body so much. Because you realize it's not that hard. It's not that scary. Tonight's shir is dedicated in honor of this man. In honor of our brothers in Gaza. In honor of our families, our wives, our children. In honor of the whole Klal Yisrael. And yeah, from here, Base Franklin, maybe we can make a difference by going deep inside ourselves and connecting more to God. L'chaim, l'chaim. Keep breathing if you want. We really have an opportunity tonight. We have a real opportunity tonight to breathe into ourselves, to understand something deeper. So together we're going to do this. Tonight we're going to go into a story, an ancient story. The story of Joseph, of Yosef being sold into Mitzrayim. So we read it as a storybook, but imagine being Yosef. Imagine you going to your brothers and telling them some news from your father, and they stick you into a pit and they sell you to these wild men from the desert. Yosef was pleading, he was crying, he had so much pain. In that moment, he had a massive amount of pain. It says in the Torah, he was begging his brothers, please, don't sell me. And they still sold him. So what's going on here? And to make the story a little bit more mysterious, when finally Yosef reveals himself to his brothers, he says, guys, don't worry about it. You don't have to be upset because this is Hashem's plan. This is supposed to happen. Meaning Yosef is starting to take responsibility for his life that he was sold into Mitzrayim. That's how powerful Yosef was. And he told his brothers, don't worry. You guys seriously do not have to worry. I forgave you years ago for that you sold me. So first of all, why is he saying don't worry? And also we know that they had to do tshuva as well. Meaning when Yosef didn't accept them right away, that was Yosef's testing their relationship. Are you going to hurt me again like you hurt me in the past? I'm not going to allow you in right away. And slowly but surely, he used some tricks to finally get his brothers to a place. He basically facilitated them. He got them to a place where Yehuda lost it. Yehuda he said, that's it, I don't care. Meaning, I'm stopping to put on a mask. I'm just letting my full emotions out. And that's what Yosef did to Yehuda, who was the most powerful man in the world. So imagine how powerful Yosef was. So this story not only is a nice story, but it gives us insight into our lives as well. So that's what we're going to learn tonight. L'chaim. 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 Anybody want to say a few words or check in? Yeah.
Real practical question. While going through the story of Joseph, should I want to ask, or should I ask, how does this apply to me, and how can I see?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the mimer. This is it. That's where we're going tonight. So the pasuk says, "Who I want a brother like Yosef, who we had the same mother, and yet even though I hurt my brother, he still forgave me, emtzaka, and he brought me in." Seemingly, that's the poetry that the brothers would be saying about Yosef. And really, that pasuk is what the Jews are saying to Hashem. Meaning, the brothers were saying to Yosef, even though we sold you, please forgive us. And what are we being forgiven for? Not that we sold you into Mitzrayim, because that was supposed to happen. We were supposed to be sold. You were supposed to be sold in Mitzrayim. I'm upset at you because when I pleaded with you, when I begged you, I was in so much pain, and you didn't care. That's what you have to be forgiven for. So that's what they were asking mercy for. That even though we know this is the plan, what we're really taking responsibility for is that when we saw you crying, we didn't heed your call. Which is, if you think about it, and this is a thought that I have, these are the 12 tribes. Hashem is watching. We're about to come a nation, and we sold our own brother. Like, how does that even make sense? How could the Jewish nation continue after that incident? Like God right away saying, like, the first family, that's it, you guys screw up like that? Like that's a pretty bad thing. Like for brothers to throw their brother into a pit, to sell him to these wild animals, these Arabs, these merchants. So Yosef is saying to them, this had to happen. And my father actually helped me out with this pasuk. The pasuk is that Yosef was sent from the valley of Hebron. The question is, what do you mean he was sent from the valley of Hebron? Hebron is on a mountain. What do you mean on a valley? Right? This is earlier before the story of Joseph happened. What do you mean he was sent from the valley of Hebron? Hebron is usually on a mountain. And the answer is that Avram already knew. It's so cool the way the Torah works. Avraham already knew that this was going to happen. Meaning when he made the Bris Bein HaBasarim years ago, Hashem told him, by the way, your kids are going to have to go into Galus. Are you sure that you want to take on this responsibility to be the chosen nation? So Avram knew that this was going to happen. So that was Avram's hinting, saying to them, this is about to happen. Meaning, even though really I'm on a mountain, but I'm sending you from the valley, I'm hinting to you, the Torah is showing us that everything was supposed to happen. The whole story was supposed to happen. Yosef knew that he had to do something in order to save the Jewish nation. He had to facilitate his brothers. He had to play these games and threaten them and challenge them. And the reason why he had to do that was to bring back the connection, the raw connection that only brothers could have. And imagine this. You have 10 strong men And Yosef in a room with Egyptians. And when Yosef when he's about to reveal himself, what does he do? He sends all the Egyptians out of the room. This is the ultimate facilitation. And he closes the door. It's locked. And Yosef knows that if he makes the wrong move, these brothers will just kill him. They're strong people, and they have guts. They're just going to kill him. So Yosef put his life in danger. In that moment, he realized it was the exact moment in the facilitation for him to put the Egyptians out of the room. That's what a facilitator does. He puts his life on the line. And that's how Yosef brought back the connection, the bond with his brothers. And it took him, over 20 years, 22 years. But he knew this was God's plan. He knew it. And that's why he was so successful. And what happened, why was Yosef supposed to go down? Because Paro and Mitzrayim represented one of the most evil places in the world, ever. In order for God to be a dwell down here in this world, God needs to dwell in every corner of the world, even in the most evil places. So somebody at some point in time in history would have to go to Mitzrayim, this absolute evil, immoral place, and they have to empty its sparks. Meaning there's godly sparks everywhere in the world. Someone has to go there to collect the sparks, literally. When you learn Torah, that's how you collect the sparks. Someone had to go there. And these sparks are not easy to get because sometimes they give you major challenges. Someone with a lot of power had to go there, collect the sparks. Because if the Jews went into Mitzrayim without the sparks being collected, it would have taken them 400 years to get out. And we know the 400 was reduced to 210, and then reduced even further to only 86 hard years. How did that happen? It happened because Yosef went in first. So Yosef, first of all, not only took the pain. Imagine being estranged from your family for 22 years. From your father, you knew. It says in the Torah how much he loved him. Yosef understood that this was his tafkid, and that's why he told his brothers, don't worry about it. I already know, I already figured it out years ago. I'm not even upset at you. I'm actually happy I went to Mitzrayim. Because if I didn't go to Mitzrayim, no one would have. I did this. I took this for the team. That's what a leader does. He had a problem with that they didn't listen to their emotions. He had a problem that they were disconnected from themselves. Why were they disconnected from themselves? Because if a brother cries, you listen. And what's going on in the world today, there are brothers crying. And we have to listen. We really have to feel their pain, and we have to live life with joy, because that's what Yosef would have done. And it's a crazy time, but we really have to feel that and give l'chaim to all those brothers and sisters around the world. And send them these energetic waves and send them these prayers that we're with you. We're with you. We're with you. And we know you'd want us to say l'chaim, and you know you'd want us to be joyful. That's how the Rebbe led. That's how the Rebbe taught us, Chassidim. When things were happening in the world, you always had to have joy. And sometimes you understood it, sometimes you didn't. But that's what the Rebbe taught us. So even though there are brothers in the world that are facing death at this very moment, we still raise our glass with joy, because that's what they would want. That's what we would want. So we need to have gratitude for where we are. And at the same time, don't forget about your brothers. And that was the message that Yosef said to us. That was the message that Not only Yosef taught us, but he had to go away for 22 years. Only then could the relationship mean so much. Yosef tested the relationship. He put his life on the line. And he branded into each and every one of us, we will never, ever forget a brother again. And that's what makes us so strong. L'chaim, l'racha. L'chaim to all our brothers and sisters. L'chaim, l'chaim. Should we sing some songs? Let's put on some music. Excellent idea. We need to make l'chaim's chavra. Yeah, mama. How is that so far? You're copying? It gets even better. Oh yeah, You're copying like you get better. What? It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna show you secrets tonight.
Yo, one of the parts of Yosef, the son.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy, like father and son, crazy, man.
house.
What I do?
You heard us from your house.
Unreal. Like, keep doing it. If you get a thing where you'll adjust, then, like, do it.
Oh,
Do it on
L'chaim, l'chaim.
And, like, cultivate.
L'chaim to our brothers. It should get better, no more killing. Mashiach should come right away. L'chaim. Everybody raise your glass. We're going to make a l'chaim that Mashiach should come right away. L'chaim. Danny, Shalom, everybody. L'chaim that Mashiach should come right away. L'chaim with the bracha. L'chaim with the bracha. L'chaim. Thanks, Isaac. So, Chaver, you're getting you. Am I saying good? Do I make sense?
No, you're terrible right
yeah?
now. You're terrible.
No, really, no. I want to hear feedback. Is this? Are you on this? Are you in that wavelength? Back when I'm ready for the next.
As soon as you ask that question, you're out of flow. Get back in.
Yeah, get right back in.
Okay, so here we go. It gets even better.
It's gonna get much better.
So we're saying Yosef is telling them, you don't even have to do tshuva that you sold me to Mitzrayim. That's not why you have to do tshuva, because that was according to God's plan. Why do you do tshuva? You're doing tshuva because you didn't listen to me when I cried. You're doing tshuva for one moment. Yosef is planting into us something crazy. What he's saying is, everything that we do was meant to happen. Every sin that we ever did was meant to happen.
Come on, breathe into that. Take a little bit of space in
Every sin that we ever did was meant to happen. Hashem wanted us to do that. And that's not why we're even being punished. Because it was supposed to happen. Why was it supposed to happen? Because history keeps repeating itself. That Yosef got into Mitzrayim. There had to be that disconnection. So someone would learn to bring back the connection. It's our job is to just be authentic and take responsibility. That's it. Meaning my job is to take responsibility of my life. Yeah.
It's my life.
It's my life. I sold you.
What?
I did this and this. What does that even mean deeper? It means being authentic and true to yourself. If you have a talent, you play it. If you should speak, you speak. If you should not speak, you don't speak. Just being real. But you start being real. When I'm real, I get deeper in touch with myself. When I'm more in touch with myself, meaning, imagine my phone or myself. So if I put my phone, I'm just with myself. If I'm with my phone, then I'm with a phone. What if there's no phone? Now I'm with myself. Now, I'm with someone, myself. Someone, myself. With a phone, without my phone. With a phone, with myself. Now, when I'm deeper in touch with myself, and I do that because I want to do it, I start connecting with something deeper. Like when I'm at a shiur and I put away my phone and I'm really into this, I allow myself to, for once in a week, to surrender and just feel words of Torah, not just listen to words, but really feel what Yosef went through. The pain that he went through, the pain of separation, the pain of being a slave, the pain of what he had to go through. And he had to go through a lot of physical pain. He had to still survive that. That sends off like an energetic wave. Especially as Ivri, who's that guy? He doesn't really belong to us. He's not even from this land. They really put him under a lot of pain. So now getting back to our lives. So we do a sin. We have to do a tshuva on the sin. By Yosef, he was really sending us a message. Yosef was saying, guys, you think you have to do tshuva on the sin. The sin was supposed to happen. You're doing tshuva because in that moment, you didn't believe in yourself. You were a victim. In that moment, you said, whatever, I'm not worth it. Or someone's going to save me. I can't take responsibility for my life. And it can be small moments. But when you have that small moment and you overcome that moment, and you say to yourself, I could do this. Yes, I'm tested with something right now, but I'm strong to my values. I'm being challenged in a certain way, and I'm strong to my values. I speak up. I hold my tongue sometimes. I take responsibility sometimes. I work harder sometimes. And there's a lot of examples. L'chaim. And we can learn about this in every relationship that we have. If someone bothers us, we could sort of use the same logic. This was supposed to happen to me. For whatever reason, I need to work on myself, whatever. And then what I need to repair is that emotional disconnect. So I take out the data from the emotions, I separate it. For whatever reason, this was supposed to happen to me. Okay, fine. Now me and you have an emotional disconnect. What's going on for me? Meaning, how do I take responsibility for that emotional disconnect? And how does he take responsibility for that emotional disconnect? Imagine we all did that. Okay, whatever, you get to split up in business, or you owe the guy money, or this or that, anything could happen. So we need to separate that from, okay, but there's emotion, we don't talk anymore. Okay, why not? Let's talk about that. Let's start talking. Let's start communicating. Let's start being real. Why not? So I should go the rest of my life, we're not talking anymore. There should be that emotional disconnect. And Yosef taught us that. Don't ever have an emotional disconnect. Stay authentic to who you are. That's what Yosef was. He always stayed authentic, even in the most evil of places. He paved the way that, like, you imagine the physical pain he had to go through to not. He was tested physically, emotionally, everything. Every which way he was tested. And he had the strength to not let anything, he never ever sinned. What did that say? Meaning, imagine having a father. Imagine looking up to a father that was like that. Imagine you had a father that was Yosef. You're looking at this man, and if you imagine you lived by Yosef at Tzaddik. At Tzaddik, it's a Yosef at Tzaddik. Like, Yosef was so strong. So when you see that, you could take strength from that. When a son of that man, you know how the son of that man acts? The son just is invincible because he just believes in God. He sees how powerful his father is, that he always believed in God. So if we could imagine, Yosef is our father. Yosef is our father. Yosef was the ultimate, like at that point, the ultimate father showing us how to be. You always stick true to who you are. Yosef was sending us a message. And the world doesn't listen. And the message is, I am a Jew. I don't care where I am. I'm not afraid. I am a Jew. The reason why Israel exists, the reason why I live in Israel, is God gave it to me for no other reason. It's my land. I don't negotiate with anybody. It's my land. And when we talk like that and we behave that way, the world listens. We send shockwaves throughout the world. No one will get in our way. We're so scared of the world. What are you scared about? The world needs us more than we need you. Who has the power that Yosef had? There's no one in history that had that power. And that's not just this little thing that Yosef did. That's big time. Because he sent a message to this generation, to where we are today. No one has that. We have that. That's power. It's so much power. You need someone like that. You need someone like that to bring a godliness to the world. You need someone like that to send these godly shockwaves in the world. He's also an example that we could do the same. So let's take a break. L'chaim, l'racha. Yeah. L'chaim, l'chaim. L'chaim.
Do we need the world? Do the Jews need the goyim? They need us more than we need them.
Yes.
They do. They need to serve you. We need them.
We don't need them.
I'm saying you want to reach.
to be a light unto
You want someone to bring you a margarita.
I just have to go with you. Are we good?
You know what we need them for?
Let's go.
You know what they need them for?
But a relationship with God.
No, it's if we didn't have them, then there would be no other choice. Goy gives you a choice.
You're saying that they allow you
Choice.
to
You could
perspective, like reflect
Either
on
their
the fact
perspective
that
matters,
matters.
as in like we can live like a Goy, you follow what they think, you follow how they live their lives, or you follow what you know to be true.
Oh, because they offer a parallel opposite.
Yeah.
Pass stay positive.
For a different way of life.
Not easy, not easy.
Yo, if I'm supposed to invite you, man, I would've come.
Your son usually comes?
Yeah, he's
The next
getting late from work, so I don't know.
Send him to Is he still gonna come?
Short notice, bro, short notice.
I think
He doesn't say hello from
I went on, I booked my flights on Wednesday.
nice guy.
Because, you know why? Because you live with no strings, bro. You just fly.
No,
like,
that's
you-
not true. I
You
don't.
know what they say?
That's not true.
You just fly by the whatever, the seat of your pants, they say, yeah.
I fought for this. I fought for this so much. Oh, you're lost.
And that's why you're changing.
Anybody have a lighter?
Shifting.
Jonathan, lighter?
Nachman has like the long one. I think.
He has one? Huh. We haven't had that in a
I
while.
hear you, bro. You're doing you, it's good. You have it.
You got that pissed off.
It's okay. You're doing you, bro.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna light this baby up. Get the spark.
They're letting you use fire.
Yeah.
It's like a torch.
Oh, so
You know, when you
That?
press, yeah, it'll go.
Oh, it's a cigar one.
It's easier because I think you can get it control.
No, I don't think it's long enough, Sheldon.
I want to do that.
Oh!
They let him use fire.
is that good? That was good. Maybe it was a little dangerous because it would have got back. Got back in the lighter.
No, the lighter should, no, it's not dangerous, you just
Fire's
get
going
scared.
out.
Fire's going out, it's
There's
that,
no gas
that's
that
why.
can come back into the lighter.
No,
Don't worry about it.
because it's being released.
It's always been, even if fire comes
It's being
towards
released
it,
because it's trying to get out.
wouldn't come
It's
back in.
thinner than air. Imagine, it's thinner than air, right? It's benzene,
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's thinner than air because it becomes gas right away by the heat, right? So it becomes, the liquid becomes gaseous immediately.
Because I know if you
So it's trying,
if you
it's
spray with alcohol spray, the fire ends up coming back to the bottom. Right?